Hello, everyone, and welcome to Baby Steps to Better Nutrition. Okay, so whether you're just starting out and exploring some better ways of eating better nutrition, or you've been studying it for a little while and you've heard about different programs and ideas and science and you've listened to the podcast or so, it doesn't matter really where you are in the process. The question is what are the actions that you are taking to improve your nutrition? The number one complaint or challenge that I hear from my clients is feeling overwhelmed, not properly preparing every single week to eat better, not having the time, letting the week slip by them before they realize, oh crap, I didn't buy the food I needed to prep my food. And then sooner or later, everything unravels. And the first and foremost is piggybacking on the motivation video you were listening to, which says, how bad do you want this? What is your why? And what is the motivation behind doing all the fitness that you're doing? For me, as I explained in that video, it was because I didn't want to be really sick at 60, 70, 80 years old. That I always work really hard to put my health first, because being healthy and being in shape and working towards a comfortable aging period in my life is a priority for me. And therefore, making sure that I'm top of mind with my nutrition in being prepared and prepping food and having the right foods and a little system and a program is very important for me. But you have to remember something. I've also been doing this now for 18 years and practicing and learning better nutrition through studying and through mistakes and hearing the latest science and adapting that to my lifestyle at that time. Certain things have stuck. Certain things have changed based on new science and new information. So it's a path and it's a journey, and it's always going to change and evolve over time. So you've got to accept that. There's no trend or craze that's going on that's going to solve the problems, because your life changes all the time. Your priorities change, your focus changes based on what traumatic events you've got going on in your life, or how good your life is, or if you're dating somebody new and you're putting on the 10 pounds, or if you're just starting college and you've got the 10 pounds, or you've just had a baby and you've got the extra 20, 30 pounds, whatever. Your life is going to change and evolve, and so will your nutrition and your plans to adapt a proper nutrition program for yourself. And that's why it's so important for me to teach this stuff to you. I don't want to just give you a meal plan or a fitness program and say, go. Because I know in 6 weeks it's going to end up in the drawer and you're never going to use it again, except maybe 6 months later when you're like, yeah, I got to really get back to that. I want to teach you and educate you how the body works so that you're very motivated based on education. And you're making the choices that you're making because you're educated and you know what happens to your body physically from a cellular point of view, rather than just, I know I shouldn't do that. I know I shouldn't eat that. So baby steps towards better nutrition is starting off with just the first hour of your day. And in that first hour of your day, the first thing you need to do is drink a big glass of water. You need to hydrate from the night before. Your body gets very dehydrated overnight. Your body is 65% water. And your brain cells actually spread apart and open in the night so that they can cleanse and detoxify themselves. So drinking that water and flushing out those toxins and the buildup of free radicals over your night's sleep is really important. Hydrating your muscles and your organs and lubricating them so that they function properly the next day is really, really important. It's beyond just, I know I should drink water. I just don't drink enough water. There's never a why. You don't understand why it's so important, and therefore you're less motivated to stay on that program. So every night before you go to bed, make sure you have a tall glass of water beside your bedside so that in the morning, the very first thing you do before you even step out of bed is drink that thing completely. Now, I'm a big fan of taking a multivitamin every morning. And I'm going to explain my position on this, but first of all, it should be in a powdered form. Your body will absorb it instantly through water instead of trying to break down and digest in the stomach. It's going to go and just fill up your body very, very quickly. First of all, I am saying this from my personal experience that when I start my day with a powdered multivitamin, which I can recommend some that I've already looked into as to being authentic and of being of good quality with third-party testing. Or you can go ahead and find your own. Just don't go to the pharmacy and buy it. Make sure you've done your research. There's a couple of websites out there that I pay a membership for that I can run the names past and make sure that they're a good quality. But all to say that energy levels for me skyrocket every time I start my morning this way. My body is empty of foods and my cells are readily available to absorb the nutrition, the micronutrients. And I instantly feel like I have a ton of energy, number one. Number two, because of all the chemicals and toxins that exist in our bodies from our households or products we might be using or environmental toxins that we're exposed to, our ability to digest and absorb micronutrients through food, I believe, alone is challenged, not to mention whatever either preservatives or pesticides or hormones or antibiotics or the things that are injected into the foods that we buy at the grocery store. They also will deteriorate the micronutrients that are readily available, especially if we're buying cauliflower from California. The minute the cauliflower is taken out of the ground, it starts to lose its nutrients. And by the time we eat it, after we've cut it up and pre-prepared our salads, and it continues to lose the micronutrients. So I really believe that it can't hurt to have a good quality micronutrient supplement first thing in the morning. And I do not sell or push or promote supplements. I do refer, but I want my clients to know that I'm not financially benefiting from the things that I refer. I try to do it in a way that knows that it's coming from a place of just having researched it and not that I'm trying to make a profit on sales. So that being said, that should be your first activity of the day. A big glass of water and then a big glass of powdered micronutrients to start off your day. And then you go for a couple of hours and you have your first fuel. Now, together on our call, we can determine what that first fuel is. Ideally, you're looking at a higher fat, higher protein, low carb first fuel of the day. But together, we're going to establish that based on your lifestyle, your needs, your desires, all that sort of stuff. Okay, and then you just do that. You just do hour by hour, and you're going to create a path and a process that's going to feel very comfortable for you so that by the end of this course, you're going to have a 24-hour plan and you're going to know exactly what you need to do in order to keep your body to the next level of health. Like you're just going to take it up a notch. And then when you're ready, you're going to take it up another notch and so on. So there are the baby steps to better nutrition. I cannot wait to connect with you on that call so that we can put all of this into practice for you and for your lifestyle. I look forward to speaking with you really soon, and I wish you an amazing day. Bye for now.